Welcome back. My name is Ivica Kartelo. You are watching React School for Totally Beginner. What did React create and what did I create? Here is a final product. Here is a final product. This is index.html. Look at. Here it is. Index. You can see this part and you can see final product. F12 developer window. And you can compare that. Title, React App title, it is my creation. Only that React App, I writing it. This is all others creation of React index.html, and here is a final. All this is index.html. It is single page. View source, we always see this single page, but virtual DOM coming here inside div id root. Here it is. This is all index.html. It is creation of React. React serve me free. And here is style. This style we don't have in our editor, but it is also creation of React. React present us that. This style and close tag style. After that, coming close double. I write double. I copy double. Again, here is a style, my style. I create this. It is my complete CSS. For web responsive design. Here it is. It is grid 6 without with margin. Because of that I need that last margin right 0 when div is last one in row. Container, etc. This style CSS, it is comment, media, closing style. This style is here. This my style, CSS is here. I write it here. Body, image, grid 6, container, H1, active, media screen, it's my CSS. I write it here, app.css, and React packed it in a place where it must go. It is style tag, inside style tag in head section of HTML document. go back to HTML document. Okay, style finished here, head finished here, section file, and body start here. It is index.html, index div ID root, and now all other is inside div ID root. You look at first coming app.js. App.js, here it is. App.js. Div class app. Div class app. You look at class app, it is app. This name of CSS, here is name of CSS. Div class equal by quote, inside quote app. Div class container, div class grid 4. H3 is link home to home. Grid 2 last is technology business education. Go look at it. Class container, div ID root, div class app, div class container. It is not visible is in a view page source. It is a virtual DOM. It is a virtual part of DOM, and that virtual DOM, because JavaScript always running and create virtual DOM, that virtual DOM compare with single page and incorporate, and we can see on the screen that part, but view source we cannot see it in view source, but we see it in F12 elements. Here it is, F12 elements. Here it is elements. Okay, inside that div class app, div class container, div class grid 4, H3, home, close, div class grid 4 closed, div class grid 2 last, technology business education, and again grid class 2 we have links to post 1, what is web, link to post 2 is class active. You look at now is class active, F12. Class active is how to build a React blog app in 10 minutes. Okay, go. Here it is link to post 1, to post 2, link to post 3, and class active is a link post 2. Who produced that? Here it is. App.js. I produce complete this code. It is JavaScript extension or XML, JavaScript X, and I coding this page, complete import function app. It is component app, and I code it. I code these constructions of div. It is my product, but this is my code here. Link is element of React. We call in this form, we call element, link element. And in something in all this form we call component. Every component we used as React element, and we used React element link, I coding it, but that link React translate in HTML code. Go back home. HTML code for link href slash home and closing tab for hyperlink. Go down. It is technology, business, education, text. And now we have links to post 1, post 2, post 3, and we look at that produce React. I writing this code, and here is technology switch. Here in this component, first component, hierarchy, it is in React hierarchy for loading. First load index.html, must always first load single page application, must always first load everywhere where play JavaScript, always must load HTML page. In this situation in React, HTML page is index.html page. It is single page, what is always visible view page source. But virtual is something what we see in elements, and it is incorporate compared to div id root. Okay, in this element, React element switch, we have two, inside that we have two element root. And switch here means that we can change this page or this page. It depends about link. If address of link, there is nothing after slash, we will see on the screen route to home page. But if in address there is something, some number after slash, it is a number ID of post. If in address there is a number after slash, we will see blog post page. Blog post page. We will see blog post.js component. If there is not number after slash, we will see home page component. Okay, now we have some number. We have number 2 after slash here. Here it is. Number 2 after slash. And we will have how to build a React app, blog app in 10 minutes. 2 is active. Class is active in post 2. You see this number. And go down. Left is 3 links. Right is how to build React blog app in 10 minutes. After that, we have 3 paragraphs. 1 paragraph, 2 paragraph, 3 paragraph. 3 paragraph. And bottom down, we have grid copyright, TBA, education. Go back. What create me? Oh, okay, it is blog post JS, and that blog app.js calling a blog post, because there is a number 2 after slash in address, calling blog post. A blog post, I am coding. I did coding. I did code this. I coded this page, blogpost.js. It is my creation, but from that creation, React component, I create here a React component blog post. From that creation, React produced, React create HTML. Here is constant ID, constant blog post, and the return blog post menu. Left in grid 2, we have blog post menu. It is element. It is React element. Who created? I created here. Here I created. Component. This is component. Function blog post menu. But here it is. This is element. React element. This React component, what I created, you see, navlink, and he create a link with number ID. Every post there is number properties ID, and only we have heading in H3 tag, HTML tag. It is navlink open tag, navlink closing tag. Here we call it like element, incorporate complete data from JSON database, and here we calling in right side we calling heading of blog post. It is blog post. It is one post which ID is in address, which ID is equal to. Here it is blog post equal blog post data find method find post ID equal ID. Added equal ID. We have here equal ID match.params.id. It is catch. It is like this. We catch. We take number from address. In help of match object, and match object there is params object, and that params object there is ID. It is parameters in web address, and parameters ID it is number after slash. And here is image of that post ID 2. Image and blog post paragraph you look at, and we have 3 paragraphs here. All that I create, I coding, and all this from that my code React must translate, must compile, translate, compile in this, in HTML. Okay, it is left from navlink. React produce HTML hyperlink tag 1, 2, 3, and after that on right side grid 4 last, how to build a React blog app in 10 minutes. We have image and 3 paragraphs. And the end of this page. But look at now, when I click home, start compiling process of home page, and we look at this. But when we go back, JSON used from cache that and don't need again compile. But if we search for this, what is web, it must again it must first time compile. And the process of compiling in scripting language goes in real time when we click to link. Start process important connected for that link. Start process of compiling, and we look at on the screen result. Scripting language compiling in real time when it is used. It is script language, JavaScript and all other script language, PHP, etc. Go back. And that back elements, back script, what we see, it is HTML document. Here it is, HTML document. That HTML documents produce React, but I coding it in React JSX, JavaScript extension, or JavaScript XML. It is in Reclam, in Reclam you will see that React work a lot of job for developers. It is very simple, and yes, if you repeat a lot of time this my video, and I make same thing many times, I recommend it to you that you have a little practice, that you became familiar with the React process, and you like it after some time, because writing HTML it's little boring, because it is from 1990 we write script HTML, and now it is very interesting to code React or Angular or Vue, and that code produce HTML. Okay, and complete HTML document we can see that create React, but React code JavaScript X, JSX coding, we coding, developer must coding. Here is our job for components, for app as SSS, app.css, app.js. It is all our code, and all components and the blog post data.js is our code. But and our content here is blog data.js, JSON content. But all that together, React translate in HTML. Here it is. All that you can see in F12. If you type F12, if you touch F button on the keyboard, F12, you will see that part of screen, and in that part of screen click on Elements, and you will see all that code and can compare your coding with the result. Result is our goals, our aim. Thank you for watching this video.